Now, Storm Tracker 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
A live look from South Medford looking towards Harry and David Field. The Rogues back in action this evening. Right now it's 91 degrees in Medford. Those breezes picking up and it'll stay pretty breezy if you're going to be heading to the game tonight against the Crabs. 90 degrees at first pitch and we'll still be in the lower 80s by about 9 o'clock with clear skies. Take a look at the satellite and radar imagery. There are a few showers and storms on the east side, mainly into Lake County. These will fizzle out once we get past sunset. That is the elk fire showing up very clearly on radar. This fire very active out there late this afternoon and into this evening. Those winds have really picked up and that's not helping fire crews at all. Tomorrow we'll see lots of sunshine, more breezy winds in the afternoon. Temperatures will also bump up a little bit from today, still running fairly close to normal for this time of the year. And then as we head on into your Friday, we'll see lots of sunshine across the region, less of the marine layer influence after tonight for the coast, and that'll lead to a warming trend into the weekend. Tonight, 60 degrees in Medford will drop down to 56 in Wairika, 48 degrees in Klamath Falls. Tomorrow, a little bit hotter, breezy in the afternoon, low 90s in our west side valleys, upper 80s expected in the basin for Klamath Falls and Brookings. Up to 74 degrees tomorrow with clouds clearing out and winds picking up along the coast. Notice those inland breezes picking up later in the day. Fairly similar story expected for Friday as well. Gustiest winds will be near the coast. And then taking a look at that forecast for coastal communities, a big shift in our weather, more of an offshore wind, and that should lead to a nice warm up. Lots of sunshine on Saturday, up around 78 degrees for places like Brookings and then the Rogue Valley. We're going to be heating up as well into this weekend. Triple digits on the way for your Saturday, and this is going to be a very hot stretch of weather. An extreme heat watch has been issued for the west side, including the Rogue Valley and the Shasta Valley. This all goes from noon Saturday through at least 8 p.m. on Monday, but this heat wave could last quite a bit into next week. Here's a look at that weekend forecast. Look at those triple-digit temperatures this weekend for Medford, Wairika, Grants Pass, definitely by Sunday. And then it'll be pretty warm for Brookings as well through the weekend. Temperatures pushing 100 degrees by Sunday in Klamath Falls. So some heat is returning. This heat wave will last a bit. The coast, very bright and warm this weekend. Blustery winds, the marine layer and more of an onshore flow develops by the middle of next week. Should allow for a cool down. Northern California, a fairly dry stretch of weather. It's going to get hot though. Temperatures surging above the century mark this weekend into early next week. The Klamath Basin, upper 80s tomorrow, but we'll be pushing 100 degrees by Sunday. The heat sticking around into next week. For the mountains, a dry stretch of weather overall. Those overnight lows will be warming up a bit as we head through the weekend. And then in the Rogue Valley, very hot this weekend. A string of triple-digit days through the weekend into early next week. And look at those overnight lows. Much milder with lows only down into the mid to even upper 60s through the weekend into early next week.